this episode of Katie Tries to Make Lasagna Out of Leftovers. So in this series, I'm going to be trying to make dinner for my family with just what we have in the fridge. And last Sunday, I wanted to be a part of Samin Nordstedt's big lasagna party. So this is not really lasagna, but more of a layered pasta bake. First, I started with the veggies. Here are my broccolini stems that we had in the fridge. I'm just peeling them to get their tough skin off and then chopping them up finely. I found half an onion, cut in the wrong direction, but that's okay, and then I diced it up. And so for the veggie layer, I have some minced garlic, some onion, some kale and broccoli stems, and some cooked veggies from the day before. Now for the cheese layer. So I had some ricotta cheese. The first one was really spoiled, but thankfully I had this bigger ricotta cheese that was fine. I used about a cup and a half. Used the rest of the shredded Parmesan cheese and the zest of a lemon. Great. Then I'm just cutting off the bottoms of my green onions, putting them in a cup with some water, and you should see some growth in about 2 or 3 days. Chopping that up and then mixing it all up, and that's the cheese for my cheese layer. And here I have about a cup of tomato sauce from a dinner before. So my mom made the New York Times ricotta pasta a couple days ago, and we had a lot of leftovers. So because we didn't have any dried lasagna noodles and I'm not Sachi, I was like, great, I'm gonna make a pasta cake for the pasta layer of our lasagna. There is a Sicilian dish that is called baked agnolotti, so there is a precedent that I'm vaguely working off of for this pasta layer. Now I'm just cracking in some eggs because our pasta is pretty dry, and I want the pasta to bind together and hold its shape while we pan fry it. Now all the prep is ready, let's get started cooking. I'm putting the kale and broccoli stems in first because they take longer to cook, and then adding the onions and garlic. Stirring that up. We want these veggies to be really soft so that they can easily be eaten. So I'm going to cook this low and slow for a while and then add the spinach and leftover cooked veggies. Here it is about 10 minutes later, and that's all set. Now the pasta cake. So I placed the pasta in a cast iron skillet, and I was silly because it completely stuck to the bottom of the pan. So if you're gonna do this, if you ever do this, definitely use a nonstick pan. I just wasn't thinking. Okay, attempt 2. So here's a nonstick pan, and I'm just putting enough oil to coat the bottom and the sides so it doesn't stick. And I'm placing the pasta, pushing everything down just so we make sure that it has contact with the heat and creates that nice crust and the shape. And we're just gonna leave it on medium for about 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know what got into me, but I was like, great, I'm gonna flip it.
I made a mess.
Now it's time to build up my lasagna. I'm starting with the tomato sauce on the bottom. Now I'm putting down the pasta cake from the first attempt. Next, I'm going to put down our ricotta mix. Traditionally, in a lasagna, there'd be a really beautiful bechamel sauce. I didn't want to make that. Next, a layer of our cooked vegetables. I am just evenly distributing them and pressing down, just so if there's any empty holes, I'm filling them. Our second attempt pasta cake, which is looking much better. Some tomato sauce, some more cooked vegetables. Looking back at the video, I wasn't following the correct order that I wanted in my lasagna, which is something that you should definitely be doing. I was just being very willy-nilly because I was cooking for my family. Now for the cheese, I had half a bag of mozzarella and some fresh mozzarella that was gonna go bad. I'm putting a tray underneath the lasagna just in case it bubbles over, covering it with tin foil and baking it for 30 minutes at 375. Bake it for an additional 15 minutes without any tin foil, and then you have lasagna. Make sure you let it cool for about 10 to 20 minutes so that when you cut a slice, it's gonna all hold together really nicely. She's not the prettiest thing I've ever seen. I would give myself like a 7 out of 10. I definitely miss the tomato sauce and wish I had more. But I hope you enjoyed. This is not so that folks can follow each step and make a pasta cake into a lasagna. More just to show how I'm thinking about my leftovers so that hopefully you can make something with your leftovers. Just because.
Yum. The lemon really comes through. The lemon lime citrus flavor really comes through. It's definitely leftovers. Both and co.